Oh, but you had to do boring intro that we would troll you later on.
Okay, I can make the boring intro and then you're gonna be awesome. That does sound like a plan.
Okay. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go.
We came with new formats that were fun. We delivered like great shows for DevGam and Game Dev conferences, and the feedback was, can you please get back with these videos we just make fun of each other? And I'm like, come on, like really? Like we get paid for producing shows, as in like video production studio for live videos, and the feedback is like, can you just make fun of each other? Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
That's what I like. That's what I'm into.
Even our YouTube, it's small because this is the R&D lab for us. We actually like make fun of each other and do weird things on the record to see how it works. We test different things. And say today in the morning we were testing our new relay server that streams everywhere, like Twitch, Facebook, and all other things. But anyway, can we treat this show as started?
Yeah.
What are we going to talk about today?
I brought an art. Because I'm an artist.
A piece of art.
Yes, yeah, I'm even in my painter hat, so I can show you my art. What about you?
I brought an article from a Catalan newspaper. Is that fancy enough for you? I don't know. And then I brought one more article. Well, those are, let's call them sub-articles. But the major ones are the one from Catalan newspaper. And then there is another one about audio-first communities. Yay.
Did you bring something today, or just here just for fun?
Hussars! I brought Hussars and my Hussar outfit. That's the teaser for you. I will tell you a story about, I guess, a bit of a background of kind of content that we wanted to make and how we're struggling and how we're thinking if we make content more about the bosses, Honorary Hussars, or respectful people, yes, or more just like about smaller people who just make games and all that. So, and if we have time, I want to also talk about mom, or like moms in general. And if we don't have time for that, that's gonna be for Friday. That's where Lera has, I don't know, what do you call it? Is it a hangout? Is it a call? Since I'm not welcome there, so I don't know what's it.
Well, I don't know. You can call it whatever you want. There is no actually a name for it. So just come hang out anytime in this hour.
It's Friday. It's the end of the week. It's not public. It's there so we can vent, talk about stuff you don't want anybody to hear, but still want to pronounce loudly and see what the reaction is.
It's like a group therapy actually looks like for the past few weeks already. So,
any good outcomes of that? Can you remember anything good that happened during that call?
I remember that Karina once brought a topic about banks. And I was like, wow, so interesting. So I started to draw a picture.
But I also brought one time I brought a talk about the worst pizza toppings we had in our lives. Exactly. So I kind of compensated my boringness with that.
So yeah,
that was my excuse. Yeah.
And you can come this Friday and ask why I'm not welcome on this call, or what's the story behind that.
Oh yes.
We have lots of stories. So. Who wants to start?
I can start.
Okay, good.
Yes. What do I do for you? La Guardia?
No, I will tell you. I will tell you, like, open the link number 1 or open the link number 2. So we rehearsed that, remember?
No.
It's very hard to control him. Every time you're like asking him to do something, he's like, oh yeah, sure, of course. And then he's like, la 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 la.
Catch my microphone.
You're so nice, people. You're so nice.
Okay. Okay.
Can we start doing the jokes already? I can't wait. You have
We are
started bullying
already
me.
doing. We are already doing.
Yeah,
In the
those are the jokes.
morning, we had a recording with Michal, and we announced Lera as like, Michal, for the next hour, you're gonna be trolled hard and all that. And Lera was nice to him.
I was pretty quiet. I don't know. I was still sober, probably. That's why.
Because he had such nice and cool stories.
Yes, actually,
And
that's true.
yeah.
I didn't want to interrupt him because the stories were like incredible.
Okay, I'm starting now.
Yeah, Karina started this. Okay.
Yeah, if we're out of the stories. Okay, so I'm the one known here to bring, like boring questions during the interviews and the boring articles. And I guess we will know today.
That's why we love you.
I brought are boring or no. Okay. Olle, let me steal a part of your wind and address to the ones watching us now. People in the chat, people who watch us, please comment if the article that I brought to you today is something super boring or not really. And don't comment if you didn't like it. This is super important. Don't comment if you didn't like it. Only comment if you like it. Yay!
That's so complex. I lost myself.
Because you were dancing. That's why.
Okay, so you know that I'm currently based in Barcelona. I'm learning Spanish a little bit, and sometimes I pretend that I already speak Spanish, and I start reading articles in the local newspaper just to practice a little bit. But well, I don't really know it super well, but still I'm practicing, right? And the other day I was reading a local Catalan newspaper, and I saw an article about video games industry, and I was really amazed. Just think about it. This is the article that a lot of Spanish abuelos and abuelas, which is grandmas and grandpas, are reading every day. And this is so cool that they can actually read about video game industry, and they can actually get to know the industry. Okay, so what my Spanish let me understand from the article is that it's about game industry. It's about game industry growing overall, especially during pandemic. And the data in the article is from Newzoo, source for game market insights. Now you can open up the link, I guess, number 3. So it's being discussed that games are the way to stay in touch with friends and relatives, right, in the article. But we have recently discussed this topic as well with Favzi and with Alexander during our fireside chats, how games are helping us to stay in touch. And there are games actually about either how do you put that? Well, about escapism or dealing with it. And by it, I refer to the word everybody are tired to hear, starting with C, ending with Ovid, right? Okay, so
smart.
Yeah, and then also what it says in the article that with video games, when you spend an hour in video games, the entertainment that you get there costs you 60 cents, while like if you go to a park, amusement park, or if you go to cinema, that costs you much more, so it's more expensive. I wanted you to show also 2 games by the links number 4 and number 5, Animal Crossing, and then the other one is Among Us, that I wanted you to show as an example of the games that we actually play to, keep up with relatives and to socialize safely and stuff like this. And then the article, all in all, is pretty deep for the article to be published in the Catalan newspaper, because there are so many lots of stuff are being discussed, like how the games were paid, and right now they're switching their business model, and right now they're switching into SaaS, and all these fancy new words. Well, not new, but still, I mean, for a local newspaper, this is pretty deep. And then they are also discussing like cloud gaming and the recent console releases. I was like super excited about that. and imagining how grandma is reading that news, which is super interesting. And then why do I find this exciting? Because as I said, right, I'm always excited about the video game news to be published in the media, not for video gaming, not for video game industry. And it actually finally becomes easier to explain people in what industry you are working, and that this is actually a real job, if I may say so. Yeah, and then I guess this is it for this article. And then next thing I wanted to discuss.
Yes, on Discord.
I wanted to discuss. Well, let me say that next article. Why I'm discussing that? Actually, we are a little bit biased to it because the article features us, Devrel events, in a sort of way. It's a blog post by Anna Grigoryan, a developer advocate. Yay! Who runs her own blog and podcast about developer communities. And she's our constant resident on our Fridays weekly shows, the ones that you guys are very welcome to join, by the way. So the article is about Clubhouse and audio first communities as a new emerging market, right? And the idea is not new. Basically, the idea is remember those like radio shows when you have a chance to ring into the studio and to answer any questions, or I don't know, discuss certain topics with the host of the radio show. So I guess, yeah. So the idea is not new, but right now it has like a new, let's say, platform where you can participate in. And the platforms that, well, the one that is like super famous and probably a lot of people get to know about it recently is Clubhouse, yet another application for the audio communities. And then Discord, which we are using, which actually approaching towards 7 billion evaluation. And that's link number 9 that I also want to ask you to open up. And yeah, so I personally can relate like a lot to the conclusion Anna makes in her blog post, because for me, as well as for her, it's a great way to relax after a hard week, right? Participating in our Friday calls. And as a salesperson, for me, it's like super important to enable video and to see reaction of the person. But after having like 5 calls in a row, you get tired and you just want to, I don't know, to join chat and to
lay down on your bed only in pants and like relax.
Exactly.
Yes.
This is what we do during our Friday calls. And I guess I'm done with my articles.
Yeah.
This was so stressful, people. This was so stressful.
Why?
It's like juggling. I was juggling, like copying stuff here, putting here, talking to people on Twitch here, and then Mr. Waffle asked for the article in Discord. So I went to Discord like to copy paste the article. For some reason, Google Docs is not cooperating, and I'm like. And then also some of the links that you posted, I wanted like the page to load, so I opened them in advance. It was it was.
I mean, but we are always leaving the links down below our YouTube video, so you know, like
you don't have a creepy camera to do the down below joke.
Yeah. So okay. It's my turn right now to shine. I put my painter hat again. I'm telling this if someone didn't see yet. And I'm going to talk about our rebranding of ourselves. So yes. And actually, so, you know, like now you can see the new picture, like I guess almost everywhere, like in Facebook and Instagram, in our YouTube and so on and so on. But do you even, Karina, you know how it started, how the first our version of this picture looked like? Probably don't. Yes. I was wondering, do you remember this or not? Wait, I'm gonna share for you. So yeah, this is from where it started. So yeah, basically I was inspired from back in times when we've been like shopping, for example. And they're both, they're like vegans or vegetarians or whoever they are. And we were going to some shop and it's always like we were discussing, I want meat because I'm normal. And they're like, oh no, we're gonna go buy avocado and like some vegetarian jelly. And like this is just representative how it looked like when we went to the shop anytime. So I was like, oh yes, let's go buy meat. And I guess always like, no, here's avocado. We're gonna go and buy avocado. So yeah. And then
so it's written and you close the screen when I wanted to translate it. So nice, so nice.
So yeah, this is our next version, how it looked like when we already been 3 of us.
When you, Lera, is giving me a kick, as one of my friends said.
yes. So yeah, I changed the Christy to Karina, even though I've never seen her. So, for me it was like, I'm like scrolling Instagram like crazy. I'm like, oh my god, how do you look like?
Did you have to make any iterations, like after you have drawn your, after the Instagram?
Actually, yes. I asked Lera. Yeah.
Do you
I asked Lera to put a smile on my face.
Oh yeah,
because I look too serious probably. And then I guess the eyes. I asked them to be green.
The color of your eyes. Yes. Yes, something like that.
But that was a quick fix, right? So you basically
because I didn't know how to make her what she's like wearing usually, like how she looks like. I was like, okay, from the Instagram, I imagined her like this.
Yeah. Let's remember people like these two, like this, like, which button? Karina and Lera probably have never ever met in life. Probably.
Oh my god! We don't know. And me and you, Oleg, met the last time 3 years ago. So
yes, and the first time since when you graduated. Yes, like 7 years ago.
Probably, yeah.
Yes, and this is the new version of us. This is how we look like right now.
Yeah, we look younger.
Yeah, Oleg changed his haircut. So like before he was bald, right now he has a hair.
I did not change. That's Corona. I haven't visited a barber since February. Like all normal people like this. It's not because I'm Viking or something. It's because like if one doesn't visit a barber, the hair grows.
Honorable.
Honorable hussars, yes.
Yeah. And I remember that Karina was like in some red sweater or something like some time ago when we had a talk with Fabzi. And I remember that you had something green on like something. And I was like, probably it's a dinosaur. I don't remember what it was. I like decided to make a dinosaur, and I edited everything. Every one of us, like I edited a brush for myself. For you, I edited money, like business model.
Yeah, competencies.
Yes.
So there we go, people on Twitch. Now you know the answer to why dinosaur. I wanted platypus. I wanted platypus so much. What did you say when I asked for a platypus on my t-shirt?
Karina will have dinosaur.
Yes. Yes, people. So that's the team bonding for you. This is how it works in our team.
But I made a platypus in our YouTube cover. Yes, you didn't find it like
platypus
from
on my
first,
like
actually.
jacket.
Well, it's not my fault what you wanted.
Exactly, men can want whatever they want.
Yeah. Look. Here's a platypus now on our YouTube cover.
This is so nice. I didn't know that. Like, you two were discussing platypus on the cover, and I was like, the platypus. I tried to explore like small females, like where maybe like somewhere like small on the shoelaces or something.
This is a kid and object game. Remember, we're all from game dev.
So
yeah. So you need to think. You need to think. Where is the platypus?
People watching us, have you found platypus yet? If yes, then it took less time for you than it did for me.
Yeah, because as far as I remember, we had to point you out where it is, or did you find it by yourself? I don't remember actually.
No, I'm not smart enough.
Well, Karina was like she found it immediately. She's like, oh, platypus.
But she's
I'm like,
smart. I don't claim that
oh yes. But by the way, okay, if we're still talking about platypus, I can show the platypus like close
But
up.
you found OBS. That's the most important thing.
Yes, OBS is the most
OBS.
important. Is the most important thing. So okay, it's time for platypus then, and I can
Yeah,
finish
and I
my
asked
talk.
you like when you made me user pick, I asked for OBS
OBS
instead of random. Yes, and what do you reply when I ask for an OBS logo on my user picture? You can see in my Discord.
So you can see everything. Yeah, I told you that because it would be a bad idea because
you told me to GTFO.
What? Oh,
let's talk about platypus.
Yeah, look, so good platypus, so nice. It's in our stickers in Discord. So yeah, one more reason to join our Discord. We have cool stickers like that.
Why? Like, I think we had a very boring call when you started drawing like the stickers. And at that point, you've drawn like a shit ton of stickers, and then you stop. And then I come up with great ideas for stickers, and you never draw that. How comes?
I don't know. It just happens. Sometimes like I have like a lot of ideas. And I'm like, oh yes, I know what I'm gonna draw.
But
and
they tell you what to draw.
It's super easy. And sometimes I'm like, oh shit, I'm like drawing something very, very simple and it looks ugly for some reason. I don't understand why. I realized just like, I guess, this week, I guess, that every time when you're like telling me to do something, I'm struggling very much. And when I'm like saying like, sure, and I'm doing something by myself, it works for some reason.
Yes, the process is that I tell you what to do and you tell me where to go. That's the process.
Very nice. The best artist ever. Ooh la la.
Well, to be super honest with yourself and you, basically, is that in most cases she's right when she doesn't listen to what I say and deliver to how she feels. In most cases, it actually looks nice.
Yeah, and also I saw that it works when like I'm showing you the final version of the picture, because I realized just like I guess a few days ago when I'm showing you just concept, you're like telling me, oh, redo this and that, and then like it completely turns out that like not what I wanted and it looks shitty.
Yes.
So that's why I'm just showing you the like latest version, one of the latest. I'm like, here, and you're like, okay.
And it was quite hard to figure it out, actually. Like, you felt the process was broken, and it took ages, actually, to figure it out. So, if you are unhappy about your artist, maybe let your artist do the job and, talk later, or maybe figure out the concepts. I don't know. I don't know.
Me
you
neither.
Don't know how artists function as well.
No, me neither.
And I can't really give feedback about art because me likey all the art.
That's why I like Karina very much. I'm showing her something. She's like, super cool. And then the next comes, he's like, oh, can you change me a haircut? I'm like, but you have the haircut like this.
No, look, I'm beautiful.
I'm like, I know.
Honorary hussar.
What kind of haircut do you have? Like, that's what I'm drawing. That's how I see you. And he's like, that's how I see myself also. I'm like, so what did you expect from me?
I expect from you a good treatment, like from a nice barber. That I come there, they shave me nicely, they make a nice haircut, and then I feel like a honorary hussar.
Okay, you can go with your joke about honorary hussar right now.
Right now.
Now.
I couldn't wait. I mean,
just go.
So
just go.
You're next.
Wait for it. Yes, I need.
Creepy cam. Yes.
Okay, so the creepy cam joke didn't work. The creepy cam joke didn't work, but I will change my outfit. Wait for it.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I wasn't expecting that.
I mean either. Oh my god.
I thought that, Lera, it's only your hat, your beret or whatever.
Baguette, merde. I love French very much. Very good language.
Okay. Did he really buy the hussar
I don't know.
outfit?
I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
So
okay.
You have to wear like brighter t-shirt because
respectful enough. I mean, yeah.
I
Expert
feel
level.
so honorary now.
Bad lighting in your creepy cam. Change back, please. Yes.
But now you don't see
Industry
buttons.
veteran. Where is your medals? I wonder.
Look, buttons. See?
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh my
And
god.
where are all the medals and all the prizes? You should
That's
put them
why-
behind somewhere.
That's why I'm honorary. But let's maybe explain like the joke, or maybe I mean it's not the joke actually. It's not the joke.
It's sadly.
It's very serious. It's very serious.
Like your outfit.
And-
now.
It's a problem.
Actually, I mean the funny part was I totally need to tell this. I totally need to boast this like as old men in their 30s.
Very bad sound.
Okay.
So don't move like that when you are talking, please. I spilled my champagne on me because of you right now.
Like the moment when I started feeling confident and honorary, they started bullying me. This is how
Yes,
the
he
show
comes
works. I mean, do
and
you really
fixes
watch the
everything.
show because like they just bully an old man?
Yes,
Is it like really the point?
I guess so.
Okay, don't complain. You started all that. Don't complain.
Yeah.
You, yes.
Karina, I love you very
I don't
much.
have a side camera, but I can do this. How you do that?
I mean, people, you are my only hope. Can at least someone in this life love me? I don't know.
Nobody will.
Mr. Waffle,
appreciate
Mr.
you.
Waffle, he was...
Mr. Waffle, Mr. Waffle, Mr. Waffle. I actually wanted to talk about moms, and like the TLDR is like just my mom started ignoring me on Facebook, like on everywhere pretty much. Like I mean, remember how we joked that like our moms like go into our Facebooks and like our posts and everywhere.
And this is how we get our 10 likes.
Two, my mom's and Lera's mom, but I mean,
My mom
mom
as well. She's in the club.
Oh, yeah. My mom is watching every hour show and she doesn't understand anything. Привет, mom! Just in case that she would understand at least one phrase in this show.
I wanted to tell blah 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 like Facebook. When we were young, we actually enjoyed Facebook, and then we shifted away from Facebook, and then our parents came in and started like sharing like cringy stuff and figuring out like clicking on some creepy spam links and then bringing that up and then like trying to get like, oh, so if I write you here, you reply immediately. Why don't I write you all the time? And why don't I expect you reply, with a second's delay? Yes, immediately. So that's how Facebook started for most of our moms, right? And today it's pandemic, so I haven't seen my mom since February. I couldn't travel. A few years ago, she was like trying to nag me all the time, and now I worry, right? So I mean, if I'm old dude, like my mom is not young as well, right? And like risk zone, blah blah blah, dad as well, and no, and I'm like, so what's going on? What's your life? And then she replies once a week, like a proper teenager.
Oh my god, I have total respect for her. Like, she's amazing, literally.
Yeah.
I would do the same. Like, I'm doing the same.
Yeah. Karina, can you reflect on relations with your sister and mom and just
I was actually about to say invite her to play some games with you online. This is how we all spend time sometimes together. Actually, Emil, my husband, he created he developed this super tiny little game, Yahtzee. It's like Yahtzee. I don't know how to explain that. And that's a small little game where you can play several of you. And this is how we spent our evenings when the pandemic just started. We all were playing this game. And it's up to...
also.
Yeah, let's play. It looks pretty ugly, but I mean, it's playable and it's actually very cool.
Yes, let's
play
try
it sometime.
Yes, let's try it.
Let's play.
Let me be free.
Nice. Do the outro and we stop the show.
Okay, bye.
Yeah. Honorable people, bye. I guess.
Hussars, all the Hussars. Goodbye, Hussars.
Yes. Is it enough?